right, good evening. We are the Game Reactionists. I am Rorschach.
And I'm Spectre.
And we are doing another unboxing. Now, as you may notice, you may have an idea of what the theme is going to be. Currently, I have Resident Evil 2, 3, and Village Collector's Editions with the statues displayed. Today is March 24th. What came out today?
New Street Fighter, right?
I'm not sure that's it.
No, it was Resident Evil 4 Remake.
It is Resident Evil 4 Remake, so we will be doing an unboxing of Resident Evil 4. I do have the PlayStation 5 version here. As you can see, it's very similar to the other collector's editions. Resident Evil 2 and 3 Remake, the collector's editions came out on PlayStation 4 and Xbox One. And then Village did have its collector's editions for the Series X and PlayStation 5. So it's got a lot of cool stuff in here. It will come with a steelbook, game, extra DLC pack, digital soundtrack, art book, a poster, and a statue of Leon Kennedy. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get it started. I'm just double checking the sleeve here, make sure there's no stickers. Alright, so we'll take the sleeve off. Now, one thing about these collector's editions that I always appreciated is they mimic in-game items.
I was going to say, yeah, it's like, that's the, what's it called, cases where you find like ammo and stuff in it, right?
Yeah. Yep. So, the other collector's editions, Resident Evil 2 and 3 mimic item boxes. And then the Resident Evil Village collector's edition, I actually can't remember what that's supposed to mimic. I think
it's like a trunk or something?
Yeah, I think that is an additional where you would locate item upgrades or special items in Village itself. So we got some tape here at the edges, so I'm going to go ahead and take care of that real quick.
Supposed to cut away from yourself? Not towards yourself.
Is that how it works? I was never good in Boy Scouts. Alright.
Still got all your fingers, I guess, so.
Yep. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and get started. Alright.
I see a nice looking steelbook in there.
So here we go. Here's the game itself, PlayStation 5. You can go ahead and grab that for
Very
me.
nice looking.
And here's a steelbook. So a few weeks ago we did an unboxing for your Dead Space Collector's Edition, and one thing I pointed out is I always appreciate Collector's Editions with steelbooks. It's a very nice way to display a game, to show your ownership of it. This one's very nice. It's got a shot of Leon approaching the village for the first time in the beginning of Resident Evil 4.
So you got Ashley on the back.
And then we got Ashley on the back. And then on the inside, it appears to be one of the church buildings from the game itself. So we got that. You can go ahead and take a look there. Here's
the church where, probably the church where you first find Ashley, right? Yeah,
yep.
So.
Here's our voucher for the Resident Evil 4 soundtrack. Now, you have been doing a playthrough of the original.
That's correct, yeah. I'm going to be finishing that up tonight at the final part right now. Game still holds up incredible. I mean, it's a, almost 20-year-old game at this point? Or, well, not 20. It's like 18 years old now. It can vote, you know. So, but it's a fantastic game. Still holds up really, really well. I'm jumping right back into it. It's 15 years since I played it last, but still just as fun as it was before. So, this was to be honest with you, I'm the non-Resident Evil fan here, so this was the one I was really looking forward to. I was actually thinking of buying the collector's edition, but yeah, no, this is what I was really waiting for.
So the soundtrack of Resident Evil 4, I remember it being pretty memorable and having a pretty decent score. I think the music for the Resident Evil series in general has been pretty fair. It hasn't blown me away. You know, when I think of survival horror soundtracks, I do think of Silent Hill 2. That's probably my favorite.
Iconic, yes. And Silent Hill 3 soundtrack is incredible as well, too.
Yes, that was a good soundtrack. But all the same, I appreciate getting soundtracks for games in my collector's edition. So moving along here, now we got our poster. Now this is a pretty
Ooh, that looks
big
nice.
poster here.
It is big. It's like a 18 by 24 at least right poster there.
I'll stand up for this. Looks like it's supposed to be a whole area of the village itself. I don't know if, does it look like it includes the island? We got the castle in there. We got the lake. Probably doesn't.
Possibly not, but that's okay. I mean, this is like the main area you're going through.
We do know that the island is included in the game. So
Oh yeah, how could you not? I mean, it's really 3 acts of the game. You got your village, your castle, and then the island. You can't miss the final act, really. You know.
And we got our art book here.
One other point on the soundtrack that's really cool is with the deluxe edition of the game, which I believe you get with this is like this has to be the deluxe edition as well that you get with the collector's edition. You actually have the option to switch back to the original sound effects and I believe music as well too. So
yes,
that is really a nice edition.
If you don't have the deluxe edition and if you don't get the collector's edition, you can still get the original soundtrack. It is unfortunately locked behind a paywall. So you pay I think like $6 or $7. Don't quote me on that.
I think it's like $3 only actually.
Is it that cheap?
Yeah,
okay.
so it's pretty cheap. I mean, for me, like I think what I'll do is I'm gonna do multiple playthroughs, but I'll probably do the first run with the new music and then maybe for my second or third run, do that with
so here
classic.
We have our art book. Not too big, but it's got some cool stuff in here. You got some art of the new concept art of a lot of the characters. You mind holding that in?
Yeah, of course.
And then page through a couple pages
nice.
here. So we got some of the monsters in here.
I like that it's a full-size book and everything too here.
Oh yeah. So
and like the cultist stuff here. Let's see.
A lot of cool stuff in here. We got some Las Plagas. So we're just paging through. Here we go. Verdugo. Oh, he looks pretty gnarly still.
I like the design. Yeah, that actually. I was worried that I wasn't going to like some of the new designs, but that looks actually really nice.
Yeah, it looks very cool.
Keeps the original effect going.
Art books are also a big thing for collector's editions for me. It's just nice to see, the concepts behind the game itself and how the characters are going to look, how the enemies are going to look, and just see what they look like on paper before they bring them to life, so to speak, when you encounter them in your game. So that's the small stuff. And now
we know what we're all waiting for here.
We're going to get to our statue of Leon Kennedy. Now, admittedly, I'm a little disappointed we're getting a statue of Leon Kennedy again. Because that's what we got for Resident Evil 2 Remake.
So we'll do a comparison. We'll do a side-by-side comparison of them. See which one we like better here.
So I'm going to go ahead and move some of this cardboard boxes. Yeah, move that out of the way for me. So the statues, I appreciate they do box them in their own individual boxes as well. I do like that. Just adds a little security with the figures. These are good quality figures. They have a little bit of weight to them.
They're nice. They're tall. I was actually. This is the first time I'm actually seeing the figures in person. Like I said, I'm not a Resident Evil fan, but they're a lot bigger than I expected them to be. And I like the consistency of they all have this circular base with a design on them. So it does look nice. They could look really nice displayed together on a shelf.
All right. I'm looking up. I like how he's looking already, and I haven't even taken him out all the way. Oops. Thank you. And we got to take care of whatever tape is on here. So I would have liked, for any of the collector's editions, I would have liked monsters. I thought for Resident Evil 2 Remake, it would have been cool to get a cool statue of Mr. X, or maybe a Licker, or even a Licker attacking Leon. That would have been cool.
Or even that's actually a really good point. These are very nice statues, but it's just the characters. That's half the equation. We're playing these games to fight monsters, and it'd be nice to have like a Leon being attacked, like a larger version of this even, with Leon being attacked by a zombie, or something like that. Just to kind of like a Jill with like a nemesis behind her or something.
Right,
like that,
exactly. That would have been nice.
This probably would have cost a lot more, but these feel. They look really nice. I want to emphasize that, but they feel kind of incomplete without having monster statues.
I agree. So here's our base. I'll move a little closer here and kind of at our base. We got some tree branches here to kind of give you the aesthetic of the village when you first encounter it in Resident Evil 4. It's kind of like a drab autumn type season, so a lot of death, so to speak, when you first enter the village itself. So, and then at the base here we have Leon's name, and then we'll get to Leon right now.
It's like he's got a shotgun he's holding there, or he will be holding.
Yeah, he's got a couple of accessories. They do accessorize the collector's editions at least, so your characters look like they pretty lifelike here.
Just wait, you'll have 2 Leon statues, just wait for the remake of 5. You'll have 2 Chris statues.
2 Chris statues, yeah, no kidding. If anyone from Capcom is watching this, please do Code Veronica verse. If you're going to remake another game, please do Code Veronica. It is a fan favorite. It's a crime that we haven't gotten a remake of that yet. I was admittedly upset that Resident Evil 4 remake was being done. I understand why. But
I'm going to be devil's advocate. I'm hoping that Remake 5 comes first because we have a little competition planned for that.
Yep,
and we both have the game we'll play through together as well too. Before the game comes out, the original version of 5. It's a co-op experience, of course, so we'll be going for that together.
So we've got Leon's gun here, and it fits right here in his holster.
It's got his holster. Nice. Okay.
Okay, and then
so they really accessorize this one more than the other ones, even. I mean,
yep. And now the tricky part is trying to
getting hold of the shotgun there.
The shotgun in here. Ah, that wasn't too bad actually. So now he's got his shotgun. And stood up here on his base.
Ooh.
All right. There we
go.
You can get a good
Gotta say, it looks pretty nice.
It looks very nice. I like his look. They got him with his coat when he first starts the game.
Well, so we'll do the
comparison.
We'll do the side-by-side comparison. Same character, just different games.
And you can tell the age difference here. Resident Evil 2 took place in 1998. And then Resident Evil 4, if I'm not mistaken, in the timeline takes place in 2004. So 6 years difference. Yeah. So obviously he's going to look a little bit older. And I think they captured that pretty well for it.
Hairstyle is a little bit different. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it looks really nice. I like
and
that.
I'm also wearing my raccoon police department.
I just noticed that.
My stars.
I do like also that for once, like I said, they're all holding pistols. And we actually gave them a different gun for a change.
Yep.
So I like that.
The shotgun is key in Resident Evil 4. If you're playing the game, utilize your shotgun, conserve your ammo for it. It will.
Oh, that's my life.
Situations.
That's my lifeline. I mean, you can watch my playthrough. I rely on the shotgun so much. It's my lifeline. It always saves me. Probably be the same thing in the remake, I imagine, as well too.
Yeah.
So
yeah, that's
really
it.
Cool.
I mean, it's a very. I mean, I don't want it to come off as negative. It is a pretty bare bones collector's edition, but you get a lot of cool stuff with it. It did retail for $250. It was a GameStop exclusive. There was unfortunately controversy where many people suffered from cancellations. My sympathies go out to you. I've been on the receiving end of having a pre-order of a cool edition of video games. Specifically, my Majora's Mask 3DS that I had pre-ordered was canceled on me. So I feel your pain on that.
Too.
And I was able to find one in the wild on release day for the Majora's Mask 3DS, so I was able to pay retail for that. But my heart goes out to anyone who was not able to get this. It is very cool. I think I did play the Chainsaw demo on Xbox, and I do have both of the games on Xbox and PlayStation. Obviously, I only got the collector's edition on PlayStation. Resident Evil premiered on the PlayStation consoles, so you'll notice I kind of have a theme here where I'm sticking with the PlayStation collector's editions. It's just kind of a little tick of mine.
It feels appropriate.
Yeah. Right, exactly. It feels natural for me. I do play the games on all platforms where it's available, and I'm looking forward to it. The demo was great. It looked great. It played great. And I'm really looking forward to it. From what I understand, what I've read, not a whole lot of changes to it, so that's promising.
Which was good because the original was so fantastic to begin with as well, too. It's my personal favorite. I know it's not necessarily yours, but my personal favorite. As a non-fan, I really enjoy the game. It's like you're playing an action movie with some horror elements added onto it. So it's just a really fun game. Holds up really well. I'm going to finish up that playthrough. But I'm going in kind of blind. I didn't do the demo. I didn't really look at a whole lot of pre-release stuff that wasn't spoiled to me randomly. So I'm kind of going in relatively blind to the playthrough. But I know we'll both be doing probably multiple playthroughs of it.
Oh yeah.
I think the game itself has you can do rankings for it and stuff like that. So it really encourages multiple playthroughs. There's a lot of unlockables for it. So
and Mercenaries mode is coming out April 7th.
Very true.
That will be free DLC. That is not going to be paid DLC. There are rumors. It has been confirmed that the Assignment Ada and Separate Ways content is not with the game now. There are rumors that it will be paid DLC later on. I'm mixed on it. I feel that those storylines didn't really add much value to the core game itself. I played through them. I thought they were fine. That's not why I got Resident Evil 4 Remake. I got Resident Evil 4 Remake because I'm a fan of the series, because the demo really blew me away. Everything I've seen on it blew me away. I don't want to say I was not a fan of Resident Evil 4, but it's not my favorite. I think it's severely overhyped. There's my hot take of the day. So hopefully that doesn't get us too much negative feedback.
Yeah, that is fair to say, like, kind of a controversial opinion, because I mean it is kind of universally lauded. I think it's consistently still like the highest rated game as well too. So it definitely is like I said, I compare it to, it's the Symphony of the Night of Resident Evil.
Sure,
it's the one everyone thinks about. It was the introduction to the series for a lot of people, but at the same time it does a lot of things differently that maybe past fans don't care for.
Exactly, and that's where I come from. It breathed new life into the series. It needed it at its time. It was getting stale. You could even see it with the spin-offs that were coming out beforehand. It was getting stale. So it did something for the series that it needed. Unfortunately, that led us to games like Resident Evil 5 and Resident Evil 6. And I think it's fair to say that Resident Evil 6 was an abomination. Those games shouldn't even be canon. Remove them from the timeline. They don't exist. Get rid of them.
That's right. I had another kind of hard pivot with Resident Evil 7, from my understanding.
Yes, Resident Evil 7 did the same thing for the series that 4 did. It kind of breathed new life into the series. I very much enjoyed Resident Evil 7. I thought it captured survival horror once again very well for the series, and it was very good. Village, I also enjoyed. Village was definitely inspired by Resident Evil 4. It was definitely more action focused. A lot of cool set pieces. They just took out a lot of elements that were great in 7, and I really think they were just getting people ready to expect a Resident Evil 4. So with that said, any final thoughts from you, Spectre?
No, I think it looks fantastic. I'm part of me regrets not getting it in a way. It looks really cool. I think I would like to have like a original 2005 model of Leon, though. That would be kind of a cool statue to have, or something like a monster or something from the game. But yeah, no, I think these look great. I mean, yeah, you said it's a bare bones collector's edition, but it kind of checks all my boxes off. I mean, it has a statue, has steelbook case, has a good art book, has a soundtrack, has plenty of digital extras, has a poster map as well too. So I mean, what more can you really ask for unless you start upping the price a lot?
Exactly. Well, hopefully everybody enjoys this video. We'll have plenty more unboxing videos. Stay tuned for the next one I can think of will come in May for Legend of Zelda Tears of the Kingdom. I do have the collector's edition of that, and so I'll be going over that unboxing as well. And if you appreciate this content, please don't forget to subscribe to us. We got a lot of things in the pipeline to keep you guys entertained, in addition to our Let's Plays of some of our favorite games. We do like to end our videos with a type of comment. So I guess what is one thing you're looking forward to most in Resident Evil 4 Remake?
That I'm looking forward to most? I really want to see... I think for me, the game really picks up when you get to the castle. There's a lot of really fun set pieces in the original. Like every room is kind of memorable to me. So I kind of want to see, the castle part of the game. That's kind of my favorite portion of the game. Even though there's some annoying parts in it too. I just remember like, okay, it's like I walk in, like even when I've just played through it, I'm like, oh, this room again, or like, oh, I remember what to do here. So there's a lot of fun set pieces in the castle, and the rooms were kind of really creatively designed, especially for replay value too.
I would agree. I'm looking forward to the castle. I hopped on a few of your streams, and I forgot how much I actually enjoyed the castle. I enjoyed watching you play through that. So I'm looking forward to the castle and kind of seeing the new ambiance that it'll provide, because the remake is definitely giving a much more darker tone, and so I feel like the castle will definitely have an even creepier setting. But I think what I'm most looking forward to are some death animations. I want to see Leon and how he's going to die by a chainsaw. And that's the first thing I'm going to do when I play tonight. So
unfortunately, I don't die when I play. So
I'm going to do it on purpose because I always like the death animations in Resident Evil 4 original were always very cool. So I'm looking forward to that. I think death animations are something that's key for survival horror games. And so I'm going to see what they've done. And yeah, I will die intentionally. I will be streaming the game hopefully tonight. So please check us out on Twitch. Subscribe to us on Twitch and YouTube. And you guys have yourselves a lovely evening.